Yo, my brothers, my sisters, and my ballers. Welcome back to another match day of What's Football with our fans. With your favorite social football analyst, Tepiso PT, aka Tepzone. To the ballers passing by, I hope you like what you see because I surely like what I do. And make sure to join the returning ballers who continue to show me gang love and appreciation, pressing the like button, commenting, as well as to subscribe. So my ballers, as we all know, What's Football with our fans is all about chitter chatter here and there. We love making comparisons and speaking of who is the best versus who is the second best, if we may say. So today's match day is all on a list of the greatest January transfer signings. I thought it was fitting to make this list since right now we're in January and there's many rumors here. We've been seeing the latest moves. So my ballers, let's go through the top 5 of the greatest January transfer signings of all time. So at number 5, we've got a special fullback who played for the Red Devils and signed in 2006 January. I'm talking about Patrice Evra. A man who is undoubtedly one of the best left backs in the world during his time at Man United and formed a great partnership with CR7 down the left. Great assists, great down the wing, a major asset in attack and could also hold his ground in defense. He also tended to be an aerial threat towards the later stages of his Man United career, and he was able to deliver in the box when the chance would come. He achieved a lot with Man United, winning 5 Premier Leagues, Champions League, as well as 3 Carabao Cups. I definitely don't mention a Super Cup, guys. You know, Super Cups is just extra one game, especially in England where you fight for that shield, which is kind of irrelevant. He also managed to step into the PFA Team of the Year 3 times and also made the 5th Pro 11 World Team of the Year. I can honestly say during his time he was arguably, at his peak, he was arguably the best left back in the world. There were those comparisons of him to Ashley Cole, and with them playing in the same league, wearing the same number, as to who was the best. But enough about the Frenchman who also captained club and country. Let's step into number 4, with this place being held by a gigantic figure, a man with the long hair, and a boy who's still present at the club that signed him in 2018 in January, Virgil van Dijk. He has truly become one of the best defenders in the world, if not the actual best defender in the world. He's changed Liverpool's fortunes since he arrived, and his stats are mad, with him never losing a game at Anfield. Imagine, guys, all the way from 2018 to now, as much as he missed a lot of last season, he's never lost a Premier League game at Anfield whenever he stepped on the pitch. For sure, he's probably got more than 50 games at Anfield. He's helped Liverpool in their league drought of 30 years, as well as featured in 2 5th Pro teams, and also won PFA Player of the Season for a defender, which is a tough task. Let me not forget the 6th Champions League that they won in Madrid against Tottenham Hotspurs. There's still a lot to come from this man. I still see much more success with him at Liverpool, and he could probably also earn national team success if he's into Zertangana under Louis van Gaal at Netherlands. But yeah, my ballers, that's number 4. And now let's speak about number 3, who is regarded as the transfer of the century. It was a steal, only signed for 300,000 euros. This deal was done back in 2011 between Wolfsburg selling Mr. Andrea Bazzagli to Juventus. This man formed a partnership known as a BBC, but not the usual BBC that you think of, with Bazzagli, Bonucci and Chiellini. And he ended up being a mainstay as Juventus ended their league droughts with their first title in 2012, since the early 2000s, of their time when they ended up entering that match-fixing scandal. I forgot what it's called, a Calcialo or something. And the season before he joined, they'd missed out in making it into Europe. Bazzagli was a colossal figure at the back, winning 8 league titles as well as 4 Coppa d'Italias. It was just a shame that he couldn't get his hands on the Champions League, which they made the final to twice, losing to eventual winners Barcelona and Real Madrid. In my opinion, as a signing, like, I rate him very highly as a signing that he was, but individually as a player, he was good enough, but I wouldn't put him in that bracket of world class, you know. He also managed to enter the Italian squad, forming that partnership, with him being in and out of the squad from the time when he had won the World Cup in 2006, and then cementing his spot in that back three from 2012 onwards. So my ballers, let's get into the top 2, where you might find one of these 2 surprising, if I may say, and another which is expected, but maybe to other people maybe unexpected, or even the other way around from other ballers. You know, we see things differently, hence why we chat on What's Football with our fans. So at number 2 is arguably, in my opinion, the greatest defender I have ever seen, the greatest centre-back that had ever played, in the colossal Nemanja Vidic. This man literally had only one kryptonite. Otherwise, he was performing game in, game out. 8 out of 10 performance. It was just Fernando Torres and Liverpool. Whether it's Fernando Torres, whether it's David Mbok, that man just knew how to get a red card against Liverpool. But apart from that, the man left everything on the field. Blood, sweat and tears on the field for the Red Devils. He also joined them in 2006, and he formed a great partnership with Rio Ferdinand, probably the best centre-back partnership, or centre-back 2 partnership of the century. Maybe I'm taking it too far, putting too much shine on the Red Devils and they'll be happy, but I'm just saying, you know, obviously with him joining at the same time as Evra, as well as leaving at the same time as Evra, his trophy cabinet is exactly the same as Evra, winning 5 league titles as well as the Champions League and the 3 Carabao Cups. I actually forgot to mention the Club World Cup that they also won. But apart from that, individually, he made the 5th Pro Team of the Year twice, as well as the PFA Team of the Year 4 times, and he was also named Player of the Season twice as a defender, which is quite a tough task to achieve, with it being centered around the attackers and thinking about the great attackers that were there during that time. Imagine this man coming out with Player of the Season twice. So my ballers, I just had to adjust myself nyana before I spend gang time speaking about number 1, who is literally an artist at work off the pitch, a football genius himself, who joined Real Madrid in 2007, the man with the curly hair, the current club captain, Marcelo. What a guy, what a talent. Man's like Marcelo has 5 La Liga titles with Madrid, 4 Champions Leagues, 2 Copa del Reys, as well as 4 Club World Cups. He is undoubtedly, probably after Roberto Carlos, the best left back of this century. Like, there's names that can be said against him, both David Alaba or Ashley Cole in their prime, Patrice Evra in their prime, but this man at the peak of his powers could do everything. He was a midfielder playing at left back, and you know them midfielders who play at fullback, you can see that there's just that smartness and clever that they have, where you can just see this guy's a midfielder just playing at fullback. We've seen it with players like Dani Alves, with Philip Lahm as well, Joshua Kimmich as well. Marcelo possesses the exact same pedigree and talent. This man has gone on to win the Confed Cup as well for Brazil during his time at Real Madrid. Featured in the 5th Pro Team of the Year 6 times. 6 times, guys, as a left back. Imagine And that was all through the last decade. Imagine being in the team of the year 6 times as a fullback. It shows that it's not that he didn't have competition, but it was just above and beyond, greater than the rest. And yeah, my ballers, that's how I end today's episode. I hope you like the content. Make sure to comment as well as to subscribe. Make sure to leave a comment down below on which players I forgot about and who you think is actually supposed to be number one in being able to change the order of the top 5 that I made. But until next time, my ballers, live long.